Oh yeah, this is where I was like, hold on, I want to sign up for this.
We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Why Sheldon
Because
Martinez?
this place is a damn beachhead.
Maybe I should go through this fast because we've seen this before.
Finds
Martinez was used.
Blow sounds grim. We did that.
Ground.
The coalition. Is that why everything's bombed out?
The rest of
Well,
you
I mean, I like these guys a lot, but we have seen this before, and there's a lot of shit to do.
these things. Present one.
So it should be soft socialists paving the way for the hard-working class to take over. And I'm not sure how to like interpret that. Is that the super communist saying? Foreign powers cleaned up our mess. The coalition's quite capable. Communists don't understand. I feel like this is the super hardcore communist option. But I'm a little unsure about the tone exactly, but I'll go with that because I think I did that last time.
preposterous.
Yeah.
Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking my piss in the mountains,
I mean, that's like your choice, my dude.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume would.
Right.
This
Yep.
royal failure.
Instead, all that is just.
Yep.
This is just what
Okay,
it comes
so
It
we
doesn't-
find out about this person and Fricelle and Guillaume.
Some manner of self.
All right, what's a suzerain? Okay, tell me about the rifle.
This one's inoperable.
I found it in the basement. Okay, we're repeating what we did last
I
time.
don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Ah, what is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud?
As Rene turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly. 2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun.
Look at the cross.
A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle. It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in Suzerain's armed forces, awarded for exceptional bravery in the line of duty, in service of King Frissel I.
All right, thank you, Parduk. I'm going to save the rest for after the stream. Or, maybe every half hour when I get snacky.
A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frissel I during the Revolution.
Croix de Bravoure and the Setting Sun. Did you get them for
For bravery.
killing communists?
It's a conflicted topic for the old veteran. There must have been a number of controversial episodes in his service days.
Whoa! Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Bravery.
I'm sure. But I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies.
I mean, apparently my character was wondering that because those were conversation options. I don't know the reputation of anything. Don't even recognize the war is actually probably true.
Son, we should never forget our past. Lots of mistakes were made back then, but there were also lessons. Forgetting those times means the mistakes were for nothing. That all those people died for nothing.
Whoa! Sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory.
Let's do it. So what did you get the medals for?
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
Dude! This guy's catching like shrapnel for no reason.
he saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Saved a princeling.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frissel thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, The young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatoo feathers.
Cockatoo feathers.
Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
So what happened?
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Coron. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
Pretty damn clever indeed.
I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw. Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
Jeez.
Hang on to the story. Veterans get sentimental after such retellings. This might yield something useful.
Okay, then what did you do?
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
The flayer of horses.
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
I'd give in. I'd give up. Can't imagine living with my jaw.
He didn't. I hoisted the prick on my back and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Frissel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
Thanks for the story, Renee. Bah.
There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Revacholians. Men with backbone.
Oh, yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please, bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again.
Are you two friends, or...?
Officer, was there anything else?
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I love drama. Renee told you his war story. Now impress him with your heroics. This is a red check. Cannot be retried. 8% chance of success. I failed.
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything worth mentioning among your achievements. You should resort to good old lying.
I had a dog, Fifi, took her fishing one autumn, but the boat rocked and she fell and jumped after her. Renee, I'm ex-Army too. Special Forces, Black Ops, Secrets. No. No, I mean, no. Those are clearly going to be stupid. And not the kind of stupid that entertains me. I mean, a little, no.
But of course, sire. Looks like they're waiting for you to speak.
I saw the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
I don't remember, because Gaston Martin, did we see maybe him or his initials in like that communist magazine, right?
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Yeah, what was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum. Revershol's finest years.
Wow, they use cocaine for clarity of vision? Where can I get some?
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother.
This we didn't get this
She was
last
in
time.
labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course,
I don't think we got this.
he was able to connect with higher realms.
Higher realms.
Oh, wait. No, okay. That sounds familiar.
It all makes sense.
I might have talked over the court medic bit.
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
What's that about higher realm? Sounds interesting.
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine fairy tales.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Yeah, it seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Let's talk about something else.
Right.
Thanks for your time. All right. Now, there's a little interaction spot. I know I can spend time on the bench. I don't want to. I'm just going down here to see if my perception might perceive something new. Something thighs of page 3 girl. L'origine du disco. All right. I'm definitely seeing more than I have in the past. Yeah, we get the bigger zoom out. Oh, there's... no. There's probably some stuff I can pawn. I don't need the cash right this second. So I'm going to wait. Damage looks like couldn't cause an earthquake. Oh, yeah, the crack. Maybe the sea monster did this to the plaza? I don't know where all the shelling and explosives. Enormous bulls worthy of a real man. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, I kind of think I might do some reading. Now, do I have the bird book? No. I'm gonna have to buy it and find out what kind of bird I am. But I kind of want to go through the rest of my cases. Perform ballistic analysis on the bullet. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the rep. I'm gonna wait for this. Cook-do's in the bookstore. I mean, can I just do that without buying the book? I can't remember. Did I try to do that? It is late enough to sleep. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my room. I'm going to read through the rest of my case files, and then I'm going to go to bed. That's what I'm doing. Oh, I can look out the window again as well.
Again, you find yourself looking at that big old window.
Not time yet. Well, I'll try it anyway. I can re-roll it. Maybe we'll get a crit.
Nothing, as always. Keep at it. There must be a reason you've looked out this window so many times.
Still got some XP. And this back door again? If there's
You
anything.
see a heavy steel door with a prominent... The cobalt blues. The door does...
Alright. I know I don't have to meet... Oh! Feels right, you belong here. Yeah, I do. Right. I'll still have to click on the bench. I'll go to sleep. Anything out the window with the perception?
The window stands bright. You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's...
Alright.
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
Read a case
It
file.
takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've
The
developed.
unsolvable case.
AKA Leslie and Burke, a.k.a. the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable.
I'm having a piece of sushi. Ah.
Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
You know, other than like 5 minutes in the game, I'm not sure we've ever really done anything with the expression. Couldn't we just keep them off the streets?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is.
Mm-hmm.
Can you keep yourself off the streets?
Apparently not.
Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. We tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to.
JV again.
You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Leslie, public indecency.
Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk.
I should have put in the wrong answer.
Then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger.
Ooh, how dare you? Is that why it's cracked?
He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. The officer is also drunk. Way more drunk than Burke there.
Uh-huh.
Let's be fair, you also have party eyes. You slam the hardened plastic board in.
Party eyes is being high, right?
Proceed to beat him unconscious with it.
Wow.
In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke.
I'm crying.
He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore.
Okay.
Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
I'm a good cop.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
Yeah, the square bullet hole murders.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
But
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
a sequence killer?
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day.
I wonder if it's going to come back in this game.
One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
Couch in an unexpected location.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
They look really cool, like a rock band.
Yes, as you've said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst.
They are the worst.
Anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Did I ever catch those guys? I mean, it sounds like the guys were doing it pretty publicly.
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do.
All right.
What next?
The murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum-tum-tum at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor. Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
So Joseph Mills, whose initials are JM, had a partner with the initials JM. I can't remember the names of all the people that we overheard on the radio a million years ago.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve, was doing it solo, said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister, was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Can you get high off it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Really stupid.
Yeah. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be?
How can it be?
Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge.
Oh, the table's got a sharp edge. Sorry, I thought he was saying the cushions had a sharp edge. Like, how does that work? He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table, and died.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
What was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten You don't exactly...
Well, that's done. That's done. That's done. Okay. Would have been nice to use that time fast forward to maybe advance, some more other thoughts, but that's all we've got. It is 11:15. I guess it's time to go to bed. It seems fine. Yeah, we read that. We read the pale thing, which had glitches and things. The map, tattoo photo. All right. Yeah, let's go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too...
Yeah, there are a lot of bottles around, but I can't pick them up for tar. Just part of the background. Oh, I can pick up that one. Hold on. And that one. Okay, I can't pick up this one.
The bed is still cold.
No. Yeah, I can't pick up that one. I can pick up this one. Oh, shit. I can't do these. I was gonna say, no, I can't. I tried. I can't pick up the bottles in this room, but that is not true. There's still one there, but it's not clickable. Okay, I think that might be it. Now, someone said...
The door is closed.
I'm still a little weirded out about going in here, but, like... Okay, I don't want to go in with a crowbar, because it looks creepy. We haven't seen anyone come in and out of this place in a while. What if this is actually the stairs that go upstairs? To the roof?
The door is closed.
I don't... hang on. Worried it's going to be weird and something. Okay.
The door...
By the handle.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
So yeah, that's...
Still nothing.
Okay, there's nothing to do there, as far as I can tell. Okay. Yeah. Kim's room. Don't know anything about that. All right, let's go to sleep. Well, I think it is her on the roof, but I still don't know how to get there.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
I think Kim said he'd be back in the morning.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Scared the crap out of me.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body.
Okay.
Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
I mean, I haven't done as much as I could.
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Oh, it's gonna be sorry, cop. I'm sorry, Cells. It's all me. It's all my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something.
Hi,
other
it's
than
me.
yourself.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Let's see how far that'll get you.
My just desserts will endure the pain and dignity. Wait, wasn't this the express to fuck all borough? An artist and liver damages my art. I think I need medical attention. I think I do. Honestly, I think I just want to say that. I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. That'll check you out. Give you some pills.
Oh, I get pills that way.
All okay.
I'm a fan of anything that gets me
The
pills.
Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospitals.
I'm happy I chose this option.
All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here. In the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them. Well, human beings will always betray you. Get me out of here then. Back to the other place. I'm gonna go with 2. I don't know if I like them.
Sure you do. They're all
But we'll
so
pretend.
friendly, aren't they?
Some of them are. Some of them are nice.
Actually, yeah, most of the people we've met in this world are fucked up pieces of garbage, but you know.
At least they're interesting.
That's true.
Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between.
They are interesting.
ideas, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and
Ice Lady is
tributes of
really cool.
themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
And the little girl who was working outside the bookstore.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Rock and stone. Get up. Get up, Harry. You can do it. Come on. I have faith in you. Well. Faith might be a little strong. Oh, you've joined my party immediately. Listen, I got things to talk about. I did work. You know what? I think you should know I can't remember anything. We're gonna open up a little bit more.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I mean, it's a little late for this, but I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
And we're working on this
There is
case.
a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
What's wrong with personal affairs?
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
What should I concentrate on?
Try work. The case at hand. It
Yeah,
can
yeah, fine.
focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
A moment passes. The lieutenant
Tell me about the
What do
case
you want
again?
to know?
No.
Good.
Okay. It feels like there should be some stuff to follow up with here, but all right. Whatever. Yeah, the bird. Measurehead, no. Backyard wall? Oh, yeah, the wall. Okay. But we got to go interview that lady. Now, out of curiosity, like, this isn't, like, doable again.
you find yourself looking at that big
Yeah,
old
so
window.
what I'll have to do is I probably will end up putting another point in perception, especially because it could let me take the visor off. That would let us redo this, and then for the next redo, I'll try to do the right time. I'm surprised you're not prompting a conversation, though, buddy. Okay. Oh, there were new people in the cafeteria to talk to? All right, let's take a look around. But then we're going to go and talk to the lady on the boat. Because that sounds... Oh, maybe if we inspect the bullet with Kim here. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. What happens if we do this?
The bullet is still
There it is.
safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Kim, take a look at this. This jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique.
Yeah, I agree.
It means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Yeah, we could talk to the fixer now and we know her name. That's
Tells me
true.
That won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Look at these traits! +4 because we have a similar rifle. We have the name from talking to the Petanque boys, and the encyclopedia check.
A rifle, revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique. The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated
BM.
the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you.
Uh-huh.
The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Belmargrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this came from. Dangle the bag thoughtfully.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Belmargrave rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Probably a good thing.
I have to hand it to the monarchs. It's quite admirable that they took the advice of criminologists last century and banned the use of breech-loaders in peacetime.
Gun control? What kind of commu-fascist country do we live in?
Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzleloaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Makes you consider every shot. I like it.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload.
Kim.
After the
Kim.
first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier.
We're not going to go there, Kim.
But back to the investigation.
Yeah, imagine that. Seems like we're looking for an antique enthusiast.
Doesn't seem that likely. But we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun itself.
All right. Cool. We do have a skill point. Might just wait a tick. Yeah, might just wait a tick here. I can check that backyard wall again. Why does it... Oh, because different time of day. Honestly, it's probably less good, but still possible. All right, Kim, I found someone we need to talk to. And I waited for you, buddy. I bet you it's, yeah, worse, but possible. I still missed all the people. That's
Just
right.
An ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah. Why?
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend.
Dude, you weren't even here last time. I'm just too excited to go and talk to this lady. Seems important. We'll try to remember the cafeteria. I gotta go back in there to check that window at some point anyway. Shadows on the water. Green plants under the calm surface. Hello!
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green